know, just because I'm doing this by myself doesn't mean you have to, right? I don't want to pull it all the way out. It just means it's going to be a lot more weight for me to lift when I try to put it on there. Go. This is easy, this size. I can handle that. But these are all the boards that I cut 3 inches off for the framing. I would like to keep them somewhat separated from the others. And I want them also out of the way. Alright, well, maybe the wood's a little close here. Yep, that's about right, huh? Come on. Alright, that would do. This is going to have the biggest window. It's going to pretty much take up the entire wall. I got the window from a marketplace on Facebook, and I got an amazing deal. It's roughly about 8 feet long, close to it. So it's going to take up the entire wall. So when the sun comes up, it'll shine into the house. During the winter it's low, so it's going to shine almost all the way to the back of the house, heating the entire house up first thing in the morning. And then as it turns to the southern sky, it will be shaded by my southern wall. So in the morning we get heat in the winter. All right, I think I'm going to take a minute, take a look at my diagrams and get a game plan. These over here are actually for this wall there. I want to mention real quick what I'm doing again. This isn't about necessarily living sustainably, which is a goal, of course. It's about living, let's just say living without money. Because if you can live sustainably, then that is somewhat living without money. That's kind of what it's all about. Remember, the channel is about a 5-year plan to retire with pretty much nothing. And that sounds scary. I get it. When I say that, I mean nothing as far as I need to worry about mortgage, electric, my water bill, my trash bill, gas bill, food, things along that line. Because when you retire, you know, I believe you can kind of get medical assistance at that point. So that's somewhat covered. And you know, you're still going to need a car, right? But hopefully your car is paid off and you just have to deal with insurance. Kind of see you living off of, I don't know, either Social Security, or maybe you're not even getting that, or I don't know, whatever federal assistance there is out there. You need just a very little bit. Not saying, oh, you know, live off of other people's backs. That's not what I'm saying. But you know, you get to a certain point where you know you can't work anymore, and not everyone will have a golden egg waiting for them at the end, you know. So this is my plan. Not saying I'm going to be dirt poor and not have any money saved. I'm just saying is that the money that I do have saved, I want to keep it. And when I spend $1, I expect to get $10 back. For instance, you buy a pack of seeds, that costs you $3, but you turn around and get $30, $40, $50 back or more in produce. So every dollar you spend, you want to get a lot more back, mostly when you get to that age. You know, just thinking of the future. Isn't it a dream to kick back on your porch, rock back and forth, maybe with your wife or significant other, look at a food forest, turn and look at a nice greenhouse with veggies, maybe your chicken coop, your rabbits, a couple turkeys that you're growing for Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner, maybe 2 pigs that you got feeders in the spring that you harvest in the beginning of winter. You know, when it gets real cold and the meat can be frozen quite easily, stored. A simple life is much more appealing to me. Have to dig into my savings just to pay bills, then that's not savings, is it? That's just a race that you're hoping you don't get to the finish line. Man, these horseflies, they fight back.